This is Matt for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fights. So delighted as always to be joined by Macaulay McGowan. Macaulay, first off, let's just call that what it was. You won tonight, but you didn't get the decision. Boxed brilliantly. I know it must be a gutting feeling, but you must be proud of your performance, surely.
Yeah, I'm proud of how far I've come, to be honest. Just a lot of things, but yeah, I'm a bit gutted about the decision, of course I am. But is what it is. I think everyone here at Sky, they're all kind of rooting for me, but I think it was like I feel sorry for him. I hope Macca does it okay, you know. I hope he does okay, don't get blasted out in a few rounds. He makes a good account of himself, and I just shown there that, you know, I am a boxer. I can box. I've been doing this my whole life. Do you think I can't box? You know what I mean? I've just got drawn into silly stuff in the past, but you know, with Joe and the gym that I'm in, I'm disciplined and I try my best. And I thought I put on a great performance tonight. And I thought I outboxed an amateur that's been in the WSB, been on the French national team, and I've just outboxed the boxer. So, and technically at 2 weights above what I should be.
Yeah. Everything seemed to work for you tonight. There was points where he was running onto shots that you'd set up, distance control. You were pivoting, you were moving in and out of range with your feints. Everything seemed to be, you know, hitting all the right notes. But obviously, we see this time and time again in boxing where the right person doesn't always get the decision. But it must be onwards and upwards from you now. Yeah, you've proven a lot of people wrong. Like you mentioned in our interview, people see you as the joker and stuff like that. But you've tonight gone, I'm a boxer, this is what I can do.
Yeah, of course, that's what the whole aim is. I train my heart out every single day. Every single day, people don't see it. My wife gets annoyed at me every time I come on the interviews and I'm being stupid and I'm being silly. But I'm a serious guy, I'm a serious contender, and I think a super welter, I can mix it with anyone in Britain, and I've just shown that with my performance there, beating a big super middle there. But that's what I'm about. The fight was come. The weight was the weight. I was like, oh, another big lad. But I thought, no, I take my opportunities. I'm a fighter. I have gloves, will travel. And I thought I've shown that I should have got the decision tonight.
Yeah, and he looked physically a lot bigger in there. You could tell there was, like you mentioned there, you'd stepped up in weight. But the performance, you know, proved. You mentioned about going for the British title and stuff. That must now still surely be in the forefront of your mind to kick on from here.
Well, if I won that, then I would have got this. I know it's a draw on paper, I know everyone's saying, but if it was down that I'd won, then I could be well there shouting that I'd fight for the British. But I don't know. Onwards and upwards. We'll move on. I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. Spend my whole life crying over spilt milk. It's time to just move on, and I'll be back in the gym next week, and I'll just crack on, see what's next. Like I say, the opportunity come. I took the opportunity. Me and Joe just went to serious work for the last 3 weeks. It was crazy. I was putting upset every night, like, how can I do this? But I got through it, and I'm proud of myself and proud of my team.
I think you'll see as well that the boxing world, from what I've initially seen online, has been like, Macaulay won that fight. So whether you didn't get the decision there, you've obviously got it in the eyes of many people. Joe, can you just jump in on this just quickly? Yeah. You're no stranger to things in boxing. Things happen. But tonight he's put on a good performance and didn't get the decision. Obviously gutted for him, but at the same time must be very proud.
Yeah, extremely proud. Macaulay's been with me 18 months now, and a year ago his first fight with me, I think it was Sergio Martinez, was our first fight, and here and like I say, he lost that, and then we'll give a good account of himself, and we've slowly rebuilt on the small hole shows, and he's been practicing and doing stuff. He's been getting great sparring in the gym with Mark Heffer and Sean Yaxler, James Moorcroft, all them lads, and Clark Smith, and he's improving, and I said to him the phone will ring, and it has done, and we took it at 2-3 weeks notice, and listen, we moved up a couple of divisions to take the opportunity, but when I looked at him, I thought, no, we've got a good chance here. This is the fight to show everyone, listen, Macaulay, listen's a joker, he has his City winning and all that, but listen, he was a national champion, he got to 3 national fighters, the kid can fight and he can box, and you've seen that tonight. I'm disappointed in the fact that boxing, it's horrible at times. Macaulay works his arse off. He's in the gym, first in the gym every morning. Then when he finishes the gym, he goes off and works on a building site from 11:30, 12 to the rest of the day. Then he does his running, and he does that 5 days a week. And sometimes you just think in boxing, some kids need a break. And I thought this was the opportunity tonight to get that break. And I think he took hold of it, and he owned it, and he won. Regardless of what 2 judges sat ringside or 3 judges sat ringside, or whole world watching there now, you heard the crowd when he left the arena, all cheering hands up, they all knew we won it. So we know we won it. We've been here before with Tasha Terry Apper, Macklin, Felix Sturm. It's just like, we're not got to let this determine us. We know where we're going.
Yeah.
It's another speed bump, but we'll overcome it. And Macaulay can take huge confidence in what he's done tonight and ready to go forward. And if there's an English title, a British title, he's covered himself full of, I won't say glory, but he's given himself a lot of credit, do you understand, and put himself back up there for people to take him serious.
You've definitely seen improvements in his game, more of what he's capable of. We've seen it in glimpses, but tonight I think we saw more of a mature performance over them rounds, and that was quite clear to see. Would you like to see him now push on for, like you mentioned there, an English, and hopefully get himself in contention for a British? Because off that performance, I mean, it's warranted, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And like we keep saying, that kid, super amateur and is weight or two divisions above Macaulay, but there's no point crying about it. We took the fight, we took the gamble. Did it pay off? Yeah, I think it did. It took it off. I think it was a calculated risk, and they thought we were the easy touch. And listen, I think that kid's. I think Macaulay's came away here the star tonight, and that kid, the supposed star, has gone away with his career in tatters.
100%. Look, Macaulay, I'm going to leave the final word to you. I know you're a family man, kids at home. You mentioned there, we don't often talk about the hardships of boxing. Joe, just explain what you do every day and then go and knock it on a building site. You got a message for your family, people back home? And
thank Danny Broadhead. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. Gives me any time off. It pays me more than what he probably should for the work I do. I'm an overrated labourer, to be overpaid labourer. Danny Broadhead. My wife, my mum, my air fryer. Unlike his own, game changed. But that's it.
Macaulay, it's been a pleasure. Great performance tonight, and we'll catch up again hopefully when you get another crack at a good fight.
Top man, Marty. Been a pleasure speaking to you all week.